Unfortunately, the population is very short of this nutrient, which is why you need to add it to your diet from now on. I'm talking about omega-3. It's an oil, a type of good fat, which is a great ally for the health of the cardiovascular system. This is because it helps to lubricate the arteries, making them more flexible. As a result, blood circulation is easier and faster.
Hey you guys, are you enjoying our content? Why I'm asking this? Because according to our channel analysis, 97% of the people who watch us are not subscribed to the channel. Do you believe this? So I sincerely ask, if you have liked our content, subscribe to our channel. Let's make this content reach everyone around the world, and let's make this a healthier world, okay? So subscribe our channel and God bless you.
It is so beneficial for the heart that it can almost halve the risk of sudden death in those with heart problems. This is the conclusion of an Italian study of more than 11,300 heart attack victims. These are people who already have serious heart problems, and the chance of having another heart attack and stroke is very high. Even so, omega-3 was effective. Omega-3 also protects the brain and memory, thus reducing your risk of Alzheimer's disease. After all, when we have low levels of omega-3, communication between our neurons is reduced, and diseases such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, loss of cognition, depression, and even learning difficulties can arise. It is also a great ally for superimmunity because it helps in the production of resolvin, protectin, and mycin, which are immune system modulators. Do you know what these modulators do? They act as a switch to turn off inflammation in the body. That's why omega-3 helps fight joint pain and swelling, intestinal problems, allergies, and even helps you lose weight. To top it off, it helps build muscle mass and bone strength. Omega-3 helps keep calcium in the bones and reduce the amount of calcium lost in the urine. This is so important that even NASA decided to use omega-3 to prevent bone loss and fractures in astronauts. This is because in space they are floating all the time and don't exercise their muscles and bones as they should. This causes a weakening similar to that caused by osteoporosis. What's more, omega-3 helps with the absorption of some vitamins A, D, E, and K because they are fat-soluble. In other words, they are absorbed more easily in the presence of fat. And omega-3 is precisely a healthy fat. Speaking of which, how do you get more omega-3 in your diet? Omega-3 is present in greater quantities in cold water marine fish such as salmon, mackerel, herring, and sardines. The problem is that many of these fish come contaminated with pollutants, even highly toxic heavy metals. Others come from farms where they don't suffer from contamination, but also don't have good amounts of omega-3 because they are raised on feed rather than having a natural diet. The World Health Organization recommends that you consume these fish at least 3 times a week, but not everyone is able to include this amount in their routine. That's why the best way to ensure good levels of omega-3 in your body is through supplementation. And don't forget to live life healthily, passionately, and with God in your heart. Bye, people.